All right, we are in the part 2 and we are going to clarify. This is just a bonus. So for the next few days, I want you to keep in mind the 10 of Cups, just for your plans, what is a part of your wish fulfillment for the rest of 2025. And then when I return tomorrow, we'll do a 3-monther. We're going to cover May, June, and July, and the possibilities and the clauses within May, June, and July. Okay, that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll look at that 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is wish fulfillment. That was in your last reading. And the 7 of Swords. So where I want to narrow my focus is the 7 of Swords. We have the High Priestess. There could be like someone who really looks at your gifts, how attuned you are, how special it is, what it means to you. Why are you such a gifted person? How does it help you with other things? It could be a King of Swords person. It could be coming from a King of Swords energy. I got that going on too. No, just kidding. I got that going on. No, that's a relative for me. I always view my brother, I have an older brother, he's the King of Swords to me, like whenever I pull in a reading. But something about like underestimating something about you, and you definitely prove them wrong, Libras, with the 7 of Swords. It could be an air sign, or you got a Pisces here watching you. Let's keep going with that. The 7 of Swords, please. The sneakiness, the malbehavior, the Hierophant is because you are somewhat of a teacher to others. Dependent on what you share and say, and it could be happening online too, you're brave about it. You are brave. So with the 7 of Swords, they might attack your knowledge, or somebody's not too happy that you have that. Why though? Because the 7 of Swords is happening with a Hierophant person, okay? 5 of Cups. There's a little bit regret, like stepping on your toes. I kept seeing in my vision, here's your toes. Kept seeing like someone trying to defeat that. Could be a friend, a family member. I keep saying frenemy because even your so-called friends can do this to you, or it's happened to us at one point. That could be a sister of yours, or just someone who believes that you didn't have it. And that's where the 7 of Swords is coming from. But then it gets a little bit, like it gets angsty here with the 5 of Cups. It gets a little angsty franksty. What are they learning through that though? The Hierophant and the 5 of Cups, it's a Tower. It's very surprising. It's surprising how you've outlasted. The last video, I said something about you outlasting a situation, or you're built strong. It's a Tower for them. It's probably already falling, okay? 2 of Swords. Whose 2 of Swords is this? One moment, Leaps, because I want to establish whether this is like a 2 of Swords of, did I do the right thing? Is this 2 of Swords decision also going to cause a major crossroads where there's a conflict of interest? Because I think that's also a lived-in card in the whatever comes out. 9 of Swords. Yeah, and it might even, if you worry about it, it might be something important to you. The 10 of Cups. Page of Swords. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Who's the Page of Swords with this deck? Let's do an alternate for Libra. They could be Cancer. They could be a Chariot. Someone in their vehicle, momentum, a lot of different things, right? Like the Chariot talks about, it's number 7 in the major arcana. This person could have been born on the 7th of any month. They don't even have to be a Libra. Anybody in connection with you on the 7th. The Page of Swords could be Cancerian. They traveled near you, or this person wants to travel, or they had set plans to travel near your neighborhood or your area, or this is like a common person that was going to come to you, meaning you guys had made plans or something. Justice. You fulfilled a promise to yourself. You stayed loyal. A lot of you are self-actualizing is what that looks like. Self-actualizing with the Justice. You're making something come true. I think when you look at it from another perspective, let's say you stand another place in the room, you get a whole different view of what it could have been. That's an advice for one of you on the channel, because I think the decision is where the overthinking is, and it's a lot easier than you think. It's a lot easier than you're making it. Two of Swords. I hope that's helpful for the next few days. Because the thing is, the more we think about it, that's when we overcomplicate something. Libras are a little guilty of that. Ace of Cups, not everybody, but you know who you are if you do it. Ace of Cups is water. Yeah, and it comes off a little sentimental, the way the person wants to renew this. You're going to know if you know, because it's going to be a resonating reading. That Ace of Cups is a person. This is a human being who has a lot of love for you. It might even be showing like respect or something like that. It's respect where you didn't get it from them before, Libras. This was a person who wasn't easily giving it to you. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. That's a complicated person. I don't know who that is to you, because for some of you that's family. For some of you it's somebody who is in love with you. Wheel of Fortune. It's a lot of Wheel of Fortune. Fixed signs, Emperor. I'm glad he's back. There's a masculine around my females, so if I were to do a divine feminine reading, the Emperor is like the kind of guy that you'd want to see coming into the shift. Is the kind of guy you would. Messages, and you guys keep getting this. At least the Libras here are okay. What I like to do is there's a reader named Angel Love 333. Her massive readings for her whole collective. I love how the style is, because we have so many elements of different placements in our chart, and I feel like that caters to the points in our chart where we have Taurus or where we have Scorpio. So this is kind of how I want to move Libra Light into the next direction too, is lots of collective readings as opposed to just centering on September and October all the time, because many of us have different elements in our chart. I have Taurus like 7-8 times over in important spots. So I want to cater to all the Libras. That's why I've been doing all signs lately on the channel. So hopefully we'll move into that creatively in the future. And I'd like to do that for you guys too, because it makes the readings a little bit more mentionable about your life. 8 of Swords, or 8 of Wands. Can I look at that? The movement is still with you at the bottom of the deck. You could be waiting on an answer from somebody, okay? What is the 8 of Wands? What is the communication? 9 of Wands, but it's sideways. It's like it could be an Emperor that is going through a lot of emotions, like whereas you've overcome the emotions and you're moving into the practical set of your life, this person is just barely touching the surface on their emotions. And the 9 of Wands kind of makes them want to talk to you, 8 and the 9. Because they see maybe a part of it you've already accomplished. Very, very specific message is a part of what you've done with your relationships, the way you've flourished, is kind of inspiration to this person to take action. They want movement too. And it also depends on the caliber of person you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a person who's fly-by-night and very flimsy and flip-floppity, they are not going to know how to talk to you correctly. So the advice here is always go with your gut. If they're talking to you like a Knight of Wands, leave it alone, because it's going to be barely worth your time. Okay, so it just depends on the caliber of person approaching you. What do they want? It looks like there's regret here with the 5 of Cups, because that's regret. Can I see that? What is this person trying to say? Because they could be saying that they're evolved or they're highly changed. 5 of Swords. There you go. So that now the first reading and this one are connectors to each other. And that's why I love to do two. Nobody has ever understood why I've done that. I've been reading on just Libra Light for 5 years. But there would always be questions like, why do you release 2 in a day? when you can get it done in one video. It's because the first video almost corrects the second video, in my opinion. I've done things always weird like that, but now you have the Five of Swords, which is really interesting because they're saying in some fashion with the fives, this Emperor has a lot of anguish and they have a lot of regrets with the things that they told you. Okay, they told you. You're over here. What did you do to them? Emperor and Empress in the reading, that's a divine pair. That's a true match. L'Oreal. Tomorrow you might see themes of this again, like the Emperor with the Empress. There is someone who wants to plan travel, and I can't get over that. The Chariot is very much an action card. It's a major arcana of the most action you could pull from a water card. Usually the Wands are the owners of that, but the Chariot here is saying they want to haul ass toward you. So it just depends on what the caliber of the person is coming toward you. Empress, Taurus, and Libra. The new moon emphasized your upcoming, I'll call it goals, because I don't think it's a dream yet that's been actualized. I think you've put forward maybe 3 or 4 goals by the end of year. Okay. If that stands as anything, you could possibly be the change going forward. Many people are going to be watching kind of what you do there. Okay. Doesn't have to be big either. It could just be something that is a self-professed project, or you're doing something to make your dreams come alive. It's something like that, Libra. It could even be really technical and artistic for you. Okay, so just take that how it resonates. What are you doing to inspire yourself? Also, as the Empress, 6 of Wands. There's a little bit of victory to it, like you have either a really good idea with all of these wands. People want to talk to you maybe about something you found out about. And then I have another Sagittarius here, but it could be a Sag energy around you. So I've recently taken this card as therapy. You have to be protected too when you read a lot. Like today I felt really tired for some reason, and that's not usual. Like that would only happen really around a full moon for me, just to share. So with all of these majors, and you've been getting the majors, the Tower, the High Priestess, Emperor, I think that it's protected something that you already worked on. Okay, so whether if you worked on self, the Empress, Archangel Michael's coming through to say, but we don't want anyone to ruin your process. Your process has been really thought out. You've done the dark night of the soul, kind of like you've done your time. And I think the bonus is very important, because if you realize that you've already done the time, then the self-actualizing is next. Okay. It's a part of the process, even if sometimes that's painful. It's painful to wish for new things because you have a little nostalgia over what you previously wished for. But it's protected here with A.A. Michael. So thanks to him being in the reading. Ace of Wands is an inspiration. You could find that communication coming up in the next few days is a little bit more understood, whereas the Libra is definitely misunderstood most days, or people think they know who you are. This is upcoming relationships which understand your plight and maybe your efforts too. Okay? And it seems practical because the Empress, which is you, in every reading known to man, is that she's open to ideas. She doesn't just stop on what's typical. Out of the box is very reachable for the Empress. She's able to kind of open her mind around that and be flexible. Okay, so if anything, that's a great advice too, is be open to new ideas, be flexible. Maybe even to travel with the Chariot being here, or letting the towers fall. Also, if you're going through something, and with sympathy, I say that because we could be going through towers right now. Knight of Swords. An impulsive person, impulsive Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why the Knight of Swords? Why is the Knight of Swords here? Also, how do we deal with that high vibrationally? Like, how would you deal with an impulsive request? Let's put it, 8 of Swords. someone might not be telling you like the full story of why they feel trapped, or they want to commiserate, something like that, include you in it, let you know of the story. But the thing is, you guys might be two different cuts of meat. Like, this person does not understand that you're going through your own story here with the Empress. This is a very important card, Libra. It's very, very important for your growth and your determination. They're a different cut of meat. I'm just gonna, because that's how I got it. They just don't operate like you do. They do not stay in high vibrations like you do. So you might be teaching them a thing or two about that also. The Hermit. The Page of Swords, the Hermit is the same person to me. If you guys were to read at home and you don't associate with the Hermit, it's probably because this person hasn't been alone. Like, you know, they have a partner. This Hermit is saying in our collective, they've been alone. Okay? So I think you even have sympathy toward that. You could have left that Hermit alone for a while. There could be no contact with a Hermit and an Empress, is what I see more so. Show me the relationship between these two. Thank you. The Queen of Swords. What kind of separates the two of you is your difference of opinion. You have a difference of opinion with this person. Okay? There could also be like, you don't talk to each other maybe. Maybe there's no communication at all. That's the mutual card. Queen of Swords is the mutual card. You're both disciplined. You've disciplined each other, maybe. Seven of Cups. I saw that in my pre-shuffle for part 2. They're confused how to bother you or something like that. They're confused on approach, how you are going to react to a message. Because this person does want to bother you. 8 of Wands. How does Libra feel about them? 8 of Pentacles. You could find that they work a lot. Maybe that's your personal opinion of them. They could be a mastered person in a certain field. Take it how it resonates. You find that they work hard. Maybe you think they live more in the materialistic world too. Oh my gosh. Wow. 7 of Swords. I'm going to clarify that. We'll see what becomes of the 7 of Swords. Why is everybody so crafty out here? That's my question. Why is everybody crafty with the craftsman table and the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords with all them swords? Goodness gracious. Hanged Man. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. This person believes they understand too. Like, they understand you better. There's maybe similarities too between the two of you. They took a pause. They've thought about some things, and they've taken a rich pause into thinking about you. I don't know if they have a new idea. That's possible. That's very possible, because they come from feelings of being confused in the past or not talking to the Queen of Swords. So I think this is more no communication between two people. Okay. Show me these two major arcanas, the Hermit and the Hanged Man for tomorrow. The Strength card. Definitely viewing you as stronger and more independent. The Strength card is a very interesting one because the Empress really is the leader in the Strength card. She is taming the lion, which is either within or it's a part of her. It's a extension of her, excuse me. And they have a difference of opinion now that it's almost like you're stronger than they left you. They could be impressed even by that. Okay? They could be impressed by that Ace of Swords, and that's their truth. They want to come and tell you that they underestimated you again. It's meaningful because for all of us, it's going to come out differently. We're all going to hear this or see it in a different way. I think that they've had that isolation. This is a really cool point of description right here, because the pause took place in this person's life because they've been isolated. They could have had an awakening. I mean, we don't know that until we talk to them. But this means reflection. Both cards are reflectory and they have reflection as a definition. So that's what's going on with this person. If you wanted to know, it would be the Hermit to close out the evening, and the Hanged Man in its regular format. If it were like this, they would be coming toward you a little bit more fulfilled in the upright or in the enlightened vision, but they did take the pause, and that's as much as we know tonight. Okay. You might also be talking a lot. The Eight of Wands can be yours. Tonight, your cards seem to be more Temperance and the Empress. That's how I see you, Libras. There's a protection around you and also your evolved state. So for those of you that have done a lot of self-improvement, those are the cards. Thank you, guys. I hope you have a fantastic night. I will see you tomorrow. I'll just be a little bit late tomorrow. Going down below tomorrow with my father. He has a doctor's appointment. So I'm going to be a little bit late tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys for your time. Tonight was very fun. I would love to do evening readings in the future. I'd really like to go back to evenings. I used to be an evening channel. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.